Second lesson, IELTS Academic Reading. The continuation of the first lesson. Reading passage 1. Questions from 7 till 13. We do have 6 questions and we do have task type of questions under the name notes completion. First, I would like to give you some action plan for note completion. You need to look at the instructions to see how many words you must write. Here it is, choose one word only. Give it with the bold type from the passage for each answer. It means you need to fill the gaps with the one word. The next one is look at the heading of the notes. This will help you locate the relevant part of the text. You do have the title, some significant private collections in the box. So this is your hint. And the next one is you need to study the notes very carefully. Use the locating words such as dates. Here it is 15th, 17th centuries. This is our hints. You need to pay particular attention on that. And proper nouns, as the Medici family made their money from. The Medici family are locating words, keywords, to help you find the specific parts of the text that you need to read in detail. The next one is, for each question, underline the words in the text which fits the space, then copy the words in the notes. And the final one, read the notes again carefully to make sure they make sense. So here it is. 8th statement is at the Palazzo Medici. You need to find Palazzo Medici. 9 is Olivon. Proper name, proper noun. The 10 is 19th century and Lady Charlotte Guest. 11th is Joseph Meyer are our locating words, which we need to locate the information in the passage. So, read the instructions carefully once again. If the instructions say that one word only, as here it is, and you write 2 words, you will receive no marks, even if one of your words is the correct answer. The notes have a title. Always use this to help you locate the relevant part of the text. You never need to change the words you copy from a noun into a verb, from singular to a plural. No, make sure you spell the words correctly. Some parts of the notes may not have a space in them. This will help you locate the information you need in the text. So, 12th is 20th century and Beatrix Potter. This is our locating words. The next one and the final one of the notes completion is Franklin D. Roosevelt. So, here it is. We do have actually answers, but let me show you the way how to find the correct options and answers. So first one, not first one, 7th question is the Medici family and 15th century. Here it is, we need to fill the gaps with the banking from. So let me show you the way. Actually, we have already completed with the first, second, and third paragraphs of our passage. Then we need to go forward. Once again, we need to go forward after our task type of questions. The following one is fourth paragraph of our passage. So how it is, how we have found banking word. 15th century is our keywords. Then Medici family. The Medicis became a powerful political family in Italy and later a royal house, but banking was originally the source of all their wealth. Banking politics and the idea of a royal house might be tempting, but the source of the family's wealth was banking. The next one is, here it is, at the Palazzo Medici, there was a hidden studio which had no. Let's go no. Here it is. Should be windows. We need to go forward. Actually, studio. This is quotation marks. You need to focus on quotation marks in our statement. Then go once again to our passage and you will find, oh, studio, this is quotation marks. And after that, in 1570, a secret studio, once again located words, was built inside the Palazzo Medici. This is the same words, proper noun to house their growing collection. This exhibition room had solid walls without windows to keep the valuable collection safe. Windows are the correct word. So windows, walls might be empty, but doesn't make sense in this context. But windows make sense in terms of making the valuable collection safe and secure. The next one is, let me show you. Ninth, Audubon liked to show when other scientists had made mistakes. Audubon made an important gaps of a bird. So let's go. We need to find illustration and it should be the following paragraph of our passage. Once again, you need to focus on the 17th century. Then after that, Audubon. So here it is, 7th century and Audubon. Audubon's motivations were to point out when other researchers had made mistakes, such as the false claim that birds of paradise have no feet. He also owned, Audubon it means, a great oak, a species of bird that has now become extinct, and the illustration he produced of it has been of value to later scientists. So illustration is our word. Birds of Paradise provides distraction here, but the text about proving other researchers wrong does not make sense in this space because they were Worm's contemporaries. Only the illustration of the great oak was of value to later scientists. So Oliver, 17th century, illustration, bird, oak, we do have all of these in our statement. The next one is 19th century. Lady Charlotte Guest created collection of should be noun gaps which she left to a museum. Let me find for you this word. So the next one after 17th century we need 19th century and Lady Charlotte Guest. Oh, we found that. Then after that Lady Charlotte Guest also traveled widely throughout Europe, acquiring old and rare pottery. Pottery is our word, correct word, which she added to her collection at home in southern England. Pottery. She translated books, but didn't collect them. Only her pottery was left to a museum. Is that right? Yes, that's correct. When Lady Charlotte died in 1895, this collection was given to the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. This is museum. So she left to a museum. The next one, 11th one, again 19th century, Joseph Meyer, page 4. Something, right? Gaps that are still given to the public today. 19th century and Joseph Meyer. So here it is. We do have Joseph Meyer, 19th century. We found that was building up an enormous collection of artifacts, particularly those dug up from sites in this local area. His legacy, the Meyer Trust, continues to fund public lectures in accordance with his wishes. To fund public, Joseph Meyer, 19th century, fund public. Is that right? Yes, public today are still given public today. Joseph Meyer and 19th century, and here it is. What lectures is our correct word? Why? Because the text doesn't say what happened to Meyer's collection after he died, but his legacy was the public lectures that he funded. Is that right? Yes, surely, to fund public. So the next one is 20th century. Beatrix Potter, this is our Latin words, did not give away her collection of gaps. Let's go to our passage and the following paragraph, the final one. 20th century, the writer Beatrix Potter had a magnificent collection of books, insects, plants, and other botanical specimens. Most of these were donated to London's Natural History Museum, but Beatrix held on to her cabinets of fossils, which she was particularly proud of. Fossils is our word because she donated, Beatrix Potter, writer, donated most of her other collections to a museum, but not her fossils, which she was particularly proud of. Here is it, fossils. Didn't give away her collection of fossils. You can see from our sentences. Is that right? Yes, that's correct. Let's go further. And here it is. We do have the final statement, 20th century. Franklin D. Roosevelt, our Latin words, believed collecting helped him deal with the known, right, gaps of his job. So, once again, our final paragraph and final statements are correct version. So, once again, 20th century, and Franklin D. Roosevelt, in the United States president, began his stamp collection as a child and continued to add to it all his life. The stress is our word, stress, not distress, because we need to use one word only. Associated with being president was easier to cope with, Roosevelt said, by taking time out to focus on his collection. By the end of his life, this had expanded to include model ships, coins, and artworks. So, how is that? Franklin D. Roosevelt believed collecting helped him deal with the of his job. The phrase actually here, model ships, coins, and artworks provides distraction. But none of these objects were relevant to his job as president. But stress associated with being president was easier to cope with. So here it is, our lesson second, the reading passage 1, which displayed you all the relevant information that you need to get a higher band score of IELTS reading, and IELTS all of sections academic and general training. So stay tuned and feel motivated that you get a higher band score, and do not miss the next lesson, third one.